Hey everyone, welcome back to the Taxtron support channel. If you're in the trucking industry, especially if you drive long haul or short haul, this video is for you. Today we're diving into the TL2 form and how it relates to your taxes in Canada. We'll break down what you need to know whether you're driving across the country or just a few hours away, so stay tuned. The TL2 form is specifically designed for transport employees like truckers, bus drivers, and air crew members. It's used to claim meal and lodging expenses while you're on the road. So, what exactly is the TL2 form? In simple terms, it's a tax form that lets you deduct certain travel expenses like meals and lodging when you're required to work away from your home terminal. If you're a long haul or short haul trucker, this form is crucial for your tax returns. Long haul specifically refers to driving routes that are more than 160 kilometers away from your employer's business location, whereas short haul is anything under that distance. Both types of truckers can claim expenses, but the rules may vary. Eligibility. To be eligible to use the TL2 form, there are a few key conditions you need to meet. You must, 1, be required by your employer to travel away from the municipality or metropolitan area where your home terminal is located. 2, be away for at least 12 consecutive hours. And 3, have expenses that weren't reimbursed by your employer. And of course, you need to keep detailed records for your trips, including receipts for your meals and lodging. What expenses can you claim? Now, let's get into the good stuff. What can you claim? As a trucker, you can claim meal expenses up to a set limit. The CRA allows for a flat rate of $23 per meal, up to 3 meals a day. For example, if you're on a trip for 2 days, you can claim $23 per meal, up to 3 meals per day, and that's $69 per day. Just remember, this flat rate is for meals only, and keep those receipts handy because the CRA might ask for proof that these expenses were actually incurred. To start, there are 3 methods you can use to calculate your meal expenses: the simplified method, the detailed method, and the batching method. Let's take a closer look at each. 1. The simplified method. This is the easiest way to claim meals. You don't need to keep receipts, but you do need a detailed list of your trips. For every meal, you can claim a flat rate of $23 up to 3 meals a day. But here's the thing. When you claim meals, you can only deduct 50% of your total claim. So if you're claiming $23 for a meal, you can actually deduct $11.50. Make sure to report these amounts on Part 2 of your TL2 form under Meals Bought, which we will discuss in our next video. The next method is the detailed method. With the detailed method, you need to keep receipts for every meal you buy. Instead of using the flat rate, you'll report exactly what you spent. Make sure you track all of these expenses in a logbook, just like the simplified method. Again, remember that the CRA will only allow you to deduct 50% of your meal claim, even if you keep all of your receipts. The last method is the batching method. If you're part of a crew, like on a train or working with others, and your employer provides cooking facilities, you can claim up to $46 per day for groceries you buy to cook meals, whether for yourself or for the group. No receipts are needed, but keep track of it in your logbook. Lodging and shower expenses. Now let's talk about lodging and showers. If you stay in hotels or motels during your trip, you can deduct those expenses too. And even if you sleep in your truck, you can claim the cost of showers as part of your lodging expenses. Claiming meals for long-haul truck drivers. For long-haul truck drivers, you get a bit of a bonus. If you're driving for more than 160 kilometers from your employer's business location and meet other conditions, you can claim 80% of your meal expenses instead of the usual 50. This can make a big difference in how much you can deduct. Tracking meals and lodging expenses. Under either the simplified or detailed method, you can claim 1 meal after every 4 hours from your departure time, up to a maximum of 3 meals per day. For example, if you leave at 6 a.m., your first meal could be around 10 a.m., the second at 2 p.m., and the last by 6 p.m. Keep in mind, the CRA considers a day to be a 24-hour period starting from the time you leave for your trip. Trips to the United States. If you travel to the US for work, there are special rules that apply. You may need to make adjustments based on the exchange rate or specific US tax rules. Make sure to check the CRA guidelines for cross-border trips. So before we wrap up, here are a few tips to help maximize your deductions. 1. Always keep a logbook of your trips. It's essential for proving the time spent away from your terminal. 2. Save all your receipts for meals and lodging. 3. Consider the per diem method for meals. It can save time and hassle compared to keeping every single receipt. And 4. Double check with your tax preparer or software that you've claimed all eligible deductions. And that's a wrap on TL2 deductions for long haul and short haul truckers. I hope this helped clear up any confusion you might have had. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tax tips. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video.